Hey everyone, and welcome to my January most anticipated releases. We're at the beginning of January now, and there are 5 books I want to talk about that are coming out this month that I'm really excited for. So let's get started with the 7th of January. We're starting with The After Dark. This is by E. Latimer, and this is a queer horror at a boarding school with a Lovecraftian twist, which already intrigued me, but then the synopsis really got me. Because the synopsis says, Northcroft is an elite boarding school with a deadly secret. Each night as the bell tolls and the shutters slam down, cutting off the outside world, the After Dark descends, turning the surrounding old overgrown forest into a macabre copy of itself, a negative photograph crawling with horrors. Evie Laurent is certain of one thing from the moment she sees Holland Morgan on the front steps of Northcroft. She wants to know everything there is to know about her, but there are some things about Evie herself that are better kept secret, especially the fact that she let her sister drown, and that it's getting harder to ignore her own dark impulses. Holland Morgan knows falling for Evie is just one more terrible choice in her long history of terrible choices. The problem is, she's not sure she cares. As attraction slowly turns to obsession, they both find themselves playing a dangerous game. Something out there is calling to each of them, beckoning to the shadows within. Do they fight the call and protect one another, or answer and embrace the darkness? And this just sounds so incredible, right up my alley. I definitely love this idea of there being like this Lovecraftian twist. I love this idea that we've got these 2 girls who are having to decide whether to embrace the darkness or not, all of this kind of thing. This just sounds so good. I cannot wait for it to come out. Also on the 7th there is The Last Bookstore on Earth, and this is by Lily Braun Arnold, and this one's been described as being perfect for fans of Station 11 and The Last of Us, and while I have never read Station 11, I do love The Last of Us TV show, so I was already intrigued, but then the fact that this one is also set in a bookstore really intrigues me, because obviously I love a bookstore setting, because obviously I'm a book nerd, so this one sounds really intriguing as well, and I definitely want to check it out when it comes out. Moving on to the 14th, we have Lightfall by Ed Crocker, and this one is about vampires, and I have decided that 2025 is going to be the year of the vampire for me, because I have so many vampire books. I really want to read that already on my TBR, and I've also seen a few more vampire books coming out that I'm also really intrigued by, and this one is absolutely no exception, because this one says, no humans here, just immortals, their politics, their feuds, and their long buried secrets. For centuries, vampires freely roamed the land until the Greys came out of nowhere, wiping out half the population in a night. The survivors fled to the last vampire city of First Light, where the rules are simple. If you're poor, you drink weak blood. If you're nobility, you get the good stuff, and you can never ever leave. Palace Maid Sam has had enough of these rules, and she's definitely had enough of cleaning the bedpans of the lords who enforce them. When the son of the city's ruler is murdered and she finds the only clue to his death, she seizes the chance to blackmail her way into a better class and better blood. She falls in with the Leeches, a group of rebel maids who reign in the worst of the lords. Soon she's in league with a sorcerer whose deductive skills makes up for his lack of magic, a deadly werewolf assassin, and a countess who knows the city's worth of secrets. There's only one problem. What began as a murder investigation has uncovered a vast conspiracy by the ruling elite, and now Sam must find the truth before she becomes another victim. If she can avoid getting murdered, she might just live forever. And I mean, we've got murder mysteries, we've got vampires, we've got sorcerers, we've got werewolf assassins. This just sounds so far up my alley. I cannot wait to check it out. It sounds brilliant, and obviously, like I said, this year for me is the year of the vampire, and this just sounds perfect for this year of vampirism that I'm hopefully going to be having. Moving on to the 28th of January, we have The Outcast Mage by Annabelle Campbell, and this one, it says, a mage bereft of her powers must find out if she's destined to save the world or destroy it in this glimmering debut fantasy perfect for fans of Andrea Stewart, James Islington, and Samantha Shannon. Now, admittedly, I have not read anybody in that list apart from Samantha Shannon, but I'm still really intrigued by this one. The synopsis sounds really good, and then obviously the idea of mages destined to either save the world or destroy it immediately always intrigues me. So again, this is another one I cannot wait to check out. And then finally, still on the 28th, we have The Secrets of Underhill by Callie Wallace. And this one, it says, an 11-year-old arborist's apprentice fights to save an ancient grove of magical trees that hold the key to her community's survival. And it goes on to say, Nick Sixsmith has spent her whole life on the road. The daughter of a travelling arborist, she and her mother moved from town to town, caring for the ironwood groves the communities rely upon. Nick can't wait to explore the prosperous city of Mistwood and all it has, to the bustling markets and workshops, neighbourhoods built under a roaring waterfall, and the vast ancestral grove of ironwood trees. But dark secrets simmer beneath the surface as people start to disappear and tensions rise in the city. As the mystery grows, Nick and her friends must follow the trail where it leads underground to a strange enchanted world called Underhill. Only then, among the roots of ancestral grove, will Nick find a way to save her new home and the ironwood trees. And that just sounds really, really, really intriguing to me. I do not read anywhere near enough middle grade, and this one really, really caught my eye as soon as I saw the synopsis, and I am now just really, really intrigued by it, and I really want to give it a go when it comes out. And that is the end of my January most anticipated releases, so I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please do give me a thumbs up. Comment down below, tell me a book that you're really excited to see released in January. I'd love to know. Or if you don't have that much time, leave me a book stack emoji down below to let me know that you were here. I'll also leave a link as well down below to all my social media if you want to check it out, including to the Comic Book Sanctum, which is my website dedicated to Marvel Comics, which has weekly new comic book release guides going up every single Sunday if you want to check that out. Or if you just want to see any more of my videos, please click subscribe here, and over here will be the link to my previous video. But until next time everyone, bye!